Hello, this is Mike Kaufman with EnviroGuard and GuardingOurEarth.com, and this is the second installment in a series regarding increasing your cool season grass hay production. And hopefully you'll find this to be some interesting information, and hopefully you'll also hop over to the blog by clicking the link below this video for some additional tips in regards to this particular issue, as well as other articles related to gardening and farming and growing and fertilization issues. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you find this to be a useful video. Now in this particular video, again, I've only got one topic that I want to cover in the video itself so that it doesn't become too long. But hay growers and livestock owners often spend a great deal of time and effort working out the details of their fertilization and herbicide applications in order to maximize their yields. But often they are unaware of some very simple steps that can be taken to address such issues. And knowing these techniques and how they can benefit you can be a very good first step toward decreasing costs and increasing profits from your farm or your ranch. Now in this video I want to talk about a better alternative to applying herbicides for controlling weeds, and that's not to say that you shouldn't ever apply herbicides or that you can't ever apply herbicides. You know, personally I would try and steer clear of that as much as possible, but I know there are situations where it might end up being required, at least in the short term. But quite frankly, another way to save money, at least in the long run, growing hay, is to consider overseeding as an alternative weed control method to applying herbicides. The thicker the grass stand is, the better your grass stand will be able to shade those weed seeds and crowd out what little weed growth you may get. Now, of course, you've got the expense of the seed up front, which will be more pricey than the herbicide that you might have applied, but over the course of multiple seasons, your overall costs would potentially be much less because you won't be spending the money on repeated herbicide applications, nor the time and the fuel to apply them, and moreover, overseeding your plot will provide for a thicker stand, which will of course provide more yield. Now, increasing the density of your stand will likely increase drying times prior to baling, but otherwise it will provide for considerably more yield for the time spent harvesting it, and time is money. Let's face it, it doesn't really take you a whole lot more time to harvest a field that provides more yield versus the same size field that provides less yield. So if you can get more yield out of the same amount of space and with relatively the same amount of time covering that area and baling up the hay, obviously there's going to be more profit there, and that's a significant benefit to you. So rather than continuing to apply herbicides every single year to control those weeds, why not use a more longer term and more effective long-term approach, which would be to simply overseed the field and get it to fill in better. Now, of course, there are other ways to get that plot to fill in better. Overseeding isn't the only one, and these other issues can be helpful in that regard, and some of those are discussed in the blog article at the link below, so I hope you'll take a look at that to not only increase your overall yield and the thickness of your pasture, but also to control your weeds and obviously ultimately increase your profits. So thank you very much. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I hope that your farm becomes more profitable as a result of watching this video and reading my articles. So take care and have a great day. Bye.